In the 13th century, the Medici family had obtained its wealth and political power in Florence through banking and commerce. Catherine was born into the great Medici family on April 13th, 1519. A few days after her birth, Catherine's mother died, and her father following, leaving Catherine as an orphan after her first week of life. Her father's relatives, Leo X and Clement VII, were now responsible for her safety. At the time Catherine was born, the beginning of the Protestant Reformation was brewing, and criticism of the Roman Catholic Church was rising in Germany. The young queen was raised around the tension between French Protestants and the Catholic Church. Due to this tension, in 1527, a German army attacked Rome. This left the Medici family powerless, and the people of Florence kidnapped the 8-year-old Catherine. Once her uncle recaptured Florence, Catherine was rescued from a nunnery. A couple years later, at the age of 14, Catherine was married to Henry, the heir to the French throne. She wasn't very popular at the French court, for she was fascinated with necromancy and astrology, which was seen as childish. To even further her unpopularity at court, she was suspected of poisoning King Francis I, allowing her and Henry to step into the power of France. In her first 10 years of marriage, Catherine was unable to bear a child until her firstborn Francis came along. After Francis, 9 more children followed, yet she failed to have any power over Henry, for she was eclipsed by his lover, Diane. After 15 years of rule, Henry died in a jousting accident at a celebration of their daughter Elizabeth's marriage to Philip II of Spain. This led to Catherine becoming queen mother of the next 3 kings of France. Even though her husband died, Catherine lived on. And while her time at court, the Italian queen preserved her love for her background in the arts, in which her family sponsored. In order to do so, she held pageants as a part of French court and even made daily dance classes a requirement for members of the court. As the Reformation continued to spread throughout Europe, France became divided into Catholics and French Protestants. Great conflicts brewed between the two religions, and Catherine was a supporter of peace between the two. In order to promote peace and reveal that these disputes could be settled, she held many pageants showing Protestants and Catholics finding equality, like in Les Parades d'Amour. This pageant was presented in 2 days after the marriage of Catherine's daughter Margaret and a Protestant. Catherine also held pageants as grand celebrations of special events that were lavish and extraordinary, such as Ballet Comique de Lorraine in 1581, which cost millions to present. This is often considered as the first ballet, for it developed a plot and presented a theme to its audiences. This piece included a set, music, and dialogue, and Catherine even had the famous composer Bijaux write down the music. Words of its success spread throughout Europe due to many paintings of the event Catherine had made. It led to many others to recreate similar ballets, and Italian ballet masters were soon replaced with the French. In 1575, when Catherine's favorite son Henry came to power, she remained very politically active in his rule. She toured France in order to settle many war-torn territories, facing Protestants face-to-face with no fear. On this journey, she had built a great collection of art and books, increasing her knowledge on the arts. However, in 1589, Catherine fell ill and died on January 5th. She felt betrayed by her son, for he had went against her and killed Guise, who was an important member to holding fragile peace in this time. Some even say that it wasn't the illness that killed her, but the broken heart that her son gave her. Despite her efforts to save France, it was falling into chaos, and not even the queen's use of the arts could connect the two disputing sides to find peace.